Dream is not that which you see while sleeping, it is something that does not let you sleep. सपने वो नहीं होते जो हम सोने के बाद देखा करते हैं, सपने वो होते हैं जो हमें सोने नहीं देते. I hope that all of you have already got it, which famous personality I am talking about. Hello everyone, this is Soumya Prakash Verma here, a student of BA second year, to present a book review, an initiative of Department of English, Government Postgraduate College, situated at Sector 39, Noida. Being a student, I used to think, what is the purpose of my life? How to stay motivated? How to achieve success in life and how to achieve goals in my life? So I started reading a lot of books about this. Like other people, I do not read a number of books, but if someone asks me to tell about my favorite book, which is close to my heart and जो मुझे रोज मोटिवेट करती है और इवन इंस्पायर भी करती है, uh, then I will definitely say Wings of Fire, written by the Missile Man of India, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam and Arun Tiwari. The reason behind choosing my favorite book is that uh, I have passed my 12th class with science stream, and my hobby is to read science fiction and science novels as a source of recreation. I mostly read autobiographies because as a student they inspire me a lot as they are written from real life experiences by which anyone can learn beyond their limits. So let's start from this and let's talk about this. I will start from a beautiful thought mentioned in the book that don't take rest after your first victory, because if you fail in second, more lips are waiting to say that your first victory was just luck. By Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. In this book review, we will talk about the author and then we will talk about summary. Then there are my views regarding this book and a little bibliography. You might have wondered what is meant by Wings of Fire. Wings of Fire means Agni ki Udan. Agni is a name of a missile. This book is an autobiography of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. Contents of the book. This book is divided into 4 parts and consists of total 24 photos. This book is written by Dr. Abdul Kalam with Arun Tiwari. In this book, Dr. Kalam has written about his own life. So let's begin. Abdul Kalam was born in middle-class Tamil family in the island town in Rameshwaram. His father's name was Jainulabdin and his mother's name was Ashiamma. Abdul Kalam was very fond of science and technology. His very close friend Ahmad Jalaluddin, who was husband of his sister Zohra, he always encouraged Kalam to excel in his studies. Yes, we are talking about the author. As you all know, that Wings of Fire. It is an autobiography of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, and it is written in 1999. It is an autobiography of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, former President of India. It was, yes, as you all know, he was the 11th President of India from 2002 to 2007. A career scientist turned politician, Kalam was born and raised in Rameshwaram, Tamil Nadu, and studied physics and aerospace engineering. He spent the next 4 decades as a scientist and science administrator, mainly at the Defense Research and Development Organization (DRDO) and Indian Space Research Organisation (ISRO), and was intimately involved in India's civilian space program and military missile development efforts. He thus came to be known as the Missile Man of India for his work on the development of ballistic missile and launch vehicle technology. He also played a pivotal organizational, technical and political role in India's Pokhran second nuclear test in 1998, the first since the original nuclear test by India in 1974. He was a very down-to-earth man. Kalam was elected as the 11th President of India in 2002 with the support of both the ruling Bharatiya Janata Party. Kalam died on 27 July 2015 during a speech at Indian Institute of Management (IIM) in Shillong, Meghalaya. As we are talking about the author of this autobiography, the another author is Arun Tiwari. Professor Arun Tiwari currently chairs a committee of the Council of Scientific and Industrial Research (CSIR) to facilitate Make in India campaign in strategic sector. Professor Tiwari joined Defence Research and Development Organisation (DRDO) in 1982 and worked under dynamic leadership of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, who then appointed him as the program director to develop civilian spin-offs of defense technology. He came out of DRDO in 1997 to establish Cardiovascular Technology Institute, a division of Care Foundation. He received the Defense Technology Spin-off Award for his brilliant innovation in developing India's first coronary stent with cardiologist Dr. B. Soma Raju, known as Kalam Raju stent, leading to creation of Care Foundation and later the Care Hospitals. Now we will talk about the summary of the book. Kalam examines his early life, effort, hardship, fortitude, luck and chance that eventually led him to lead Indian space research, nuclear and missile programs. As he was a scientist, this autobiography really attracts me. Firstly, the book tells us about the early life of Abul Pakir Jainulabdin Kalam. His recollections of the early days are very suggestive of good old Malgudi setup. He remembers his parents, relatives, and teachers, his most influential characters in the book. Adding color to this section are pictures of that time. This segment covers all his early learnings and travels. In this book, he has also written about his early life, and work in Indian space research and Indian missile programs. He was appointed for the SLV-3 project in Bangalore. As you can see, this is the family photo of Missile Man of India. This was Dr. Kalam's school when he was studying in his school, and Dr. Kalam also had done his graduation course was BSc in physics. The next segment is related to Kalam's further education and work experience and his involvement with projects of military defense and space, primarily the SLV-3. Kalam started his career after graduating from aerospace engineering at MIT, Chennai, India at Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, and was assigned to build a hovercraft prototype. This part has many scientific details and is an introduction to defense and space research organizations. Kalam is an Aam Aadmi at heart. This is shown in the book in many of his narratives through his interaction with even the insignificant people in the hierarchy like Dr. Prakash, Professor Satish Dhawan, and Professor Vikram Sarabhai. The end covers the years from 80 to 91 when Kalam is posted from ISRO to military defense labs, where he helped to establish the Vikram Sarabhai Space Center and pioneered the first space launch vehicle program. During the 1990s and early 2000s, Kalam moved to the DRDO to lead the Indian nuclear weapons program, with particular success in thermonuclear weapons development, culminating in the Operation Smiling Buddha and an ICBM Agni, which was a missile. Now, who was Professor Vikram Sarabhai? Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, one of the few scientists who worked with Dr. Vikram Sarabhai at the ISRO right from the start. It was during his tenure that India reclaimed itself as a nuclear state in 1998, and therefore Kalam is rightly called the Missile Man of India. This is a very old photograph of Dr. Kalam and Professor Sarabhai. Now, this book is one of the best inspirational book I have ever read. This book inspires me a lot being a student because the story of a boy who was a son of a boat owner and worked in ISRO and Indian missile programs. In each chapter of this book there is a very important message given by Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, who is also known as Missile Man of India, who received the highest three civilian awards. इस बुक में वो यह भी बताते हैं कि उन्होंने ये जो इंडिया के तीन हाईएस्ट सिविलियन अवार्ड्स हैं उन्होंने ये इनको कैसे प्राप्त किया। उनको पद्म भूषण से सम्मानित किया गया, उनको पद्म विभूषण से सम्मानित किया गया और वो एक भारत रत्न भी हैं। एंड हु सर्व्ड इंडिया एज द 11th प्रेसिडेंट फ्रॉम 2002 to 2007। अगर कोई सीखना चाहे तो बहुत कुछ उनसे सीख सकता है because he was a motivator and he was he is my inspiration. This book is written in a simple language which is very easy for readers to read, and very good for vocabulary, grammar. In this book, Dr. Kalam shares his childhood and adulthood also. This book is filled with lots of science, stories of friendship, religion, and family of Dr. Kalam. Now, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam was called as Missile Man of India because of his work for India on development of ballistic missile and launch vehicle. He also played a pivotal organizational, technical, and political role in India's Pokhran second nuclear test in 1998. That is why he was known as he is known as Missile Man of India. Now, now we will talk about some excerpts from the book. वो इस बुक में कहते हैं कि My story, my story, the story of the son of Jainul Abidin, who lived for over 100 years on Mosque Street in Rameshwaram Island and died there. The story of a lad who sold newspapers to help his brother. The story of a pupil reared by Shiv Subramanya Iyer and Iyadurai Solomon. The story of a student taught by teachers like Pandalai. The story of an engineer spotted by M.G.K. Menon and groomed by the legendary Professor Sarabhai. The story of a scientist tested by failures and setbacks. The story of a leader supported by a large team of brilliant and dedicated professionals. This story will end with me, for I have no belongings in the worldly sense. I have acquired nothing, built nothing, possessed nothing, no family, sons, daughters. वो ये लिखते हैं अपनी ऑटोबायोग्राफी में। कुछ एक्सर्प्ट्स हम देख सकते हैं जो उन्होंने अपनी बुक में लिखा है कि what makes life in Indian organizations difficult is the widespread prevalence of this very contemptuous pride. It stops us from listening to our juniors, subordinates, and people down the line. You cannot expect a person to deliver results if you humiliate him, nor can you expect him to be creative if you abuse him or despise him. The line between firmness and harshness, between strong leadership and bullying, between discipline and vindictiveness is very fine, but it has to be drawn. By Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, mentioned in Wings of Fire. वो कहते हैं कि no one, however poor, underprivileged, need feel disheartened of life. Problems are a part of life. Suffering is the essence of life. Thinking should become your capital asset, no matter whatever ups and downs you come across in your life. This is also my favorite part of the book. At the end of the book, when he describes about him in two quotes, first, my worthiness is all my doubt, his merit all my fear, contrasting which my quality does however appear. Second, I am a well in this great land, looking at its millions of boys and girls, to draw from me the inexhaustible divinity, and spread his grace everywhere, as does the water drawn from a well. Now, talking about my favorite part of from the book. My favorite part in the book is when he meets his old teacher, and when his teacher's wife finally serves him food by herself the second time he goes to his teacher's house after invitation. A huge salute to this great personality whose stories will always remain in each heart of our country. Yes, my most favorite part of the book are the thoughts and the poetry by which Kalam wants everyone to look upon. So let's move on to some interesting part of the book. My favorite thought from the book is, if you want to shine like a sun, first burn like the sun. Second is, your best teacher is your last mistake. People won't see your struggle, they will only see your success. Yes, this is my most favorite thought written in Wings of Fire. Always use branded items in life. वो हमें कहते हैं कि हमें ब्रांडेड आइटम्स यूज़ करने चाहिए फॉर लिप्स के लिए ट्रूथ, फॉर वॉइस प्रेयर, फॉर आइज सिंपैथी, फॉर हैंड चैरिटी, फॉर हार्ट लव एंड फेस के लिए स्माइल. Now my views from the book is, I personally found this story of Kalam very interesting and inspirational, as how a small boatsman's son became the missile man and the 11th president of India. Being from a small town, Dr. Kalam had to make more efforts and hard work than compared to a big town's child. Everywhere he went, he got scholarships which made him what he is today. The book also tells us about his love towards children. He has developed so many things and did so many researches that he was awarded with the Padma Bhushan. Towards the end of the book, we get to know how he made speeches in universities, etc., to inspire children, and how he became the 11th president of the country. In real world, also he died while doing what he loved to do, which was giving speeches free of cost to children and students so as to inspire them. उनकी जो डेथ है वो भी एक स्पीच स्पीच के दौरान ही हुई थी. Now, what I learned from this book is, to succeed in life and achieve results, you must understand and master three mighty forces. First one is desire, second one is belief, and third one is expectation. And my favorite poetry from the book is, after the launch of Agni, वो कहते हैं कि do not look at Agni as an entity directed upward to deter the ominous or exhibit your might. It is fire in the heart of an Indian. Do not even give it in the form of a missile, as it clings to the burning pride of this nation. And this is bright. वो ये भी कहते हैं कि I will not be presumed to enough to say my life can be a role model for anybody, but some poor child living in an obscure place in an underprivileged social setting may find a little solace in the way my destiny has been shaped. वो ये भी कहते हैं कि it could help such children liberate themselves from illusory backwardness and hopelessness, irrespective of where they are right now. They should be aware that God is with them. If He is with them, then who is against them? Let not thy winged days be spent in vain. When once gone, no gold can buy them again. So let us all join our hands and work together. Let there arise many more Kalams and take India to unprecedented glory. Agni and Prithvi will always inspire our ignited minds on courageous endeavor. Only a prayer that may we never tire as India soars higher and higher on our united wings of fire. These are the words by Madhukar Anand. वो अपनी बुक के लास्ट में कहते हैं कि let the latent fire in the heart of every Indian acquire wings, and the glory of this great country light up the sky. I salute my flag, it makes me proud. I am an Indian, it says out loud. The Ashoka Chakra blue on white, wings for progress, lying the heart. Be proud being an Indian. And last but not the least, I surely recommend to all my class fellows and to my teachers and everyone to read this book, to stay motivated, being inspired, and to learn so many heart-touching lessons which I learned from this book. I am sure that this book will change your entire life towards the path of success. So I want to thank you everyone celebrating the president who soared with wings of fire. And at last I want to say Jai Hind and thanks to all for being patient listeners. Thank you.